Steve, a lot of us know that we shouldn't eat sugar, junk food, but what are some foods that maybe people are eating and have the belief that they're healthy foods and they might not be? Can you tell us some foods we should be aware of?
The most important is for sure margarine. Margarine is made up of hydrogenated oils. It's often called partially hydrogenated, but it's hydrogenated. That means it's been treated with a hydrogen gas, which locks it and makes it very difficult for the body to deal with. But it does give the durability, so that it becomes a long life product. And that's the whole point of it, so that it can't go rancid. But your body doesn't do well with that because it's a new kind of product that just the human body never had to deal with before. So it forms what's called trans fatty acids that have become well known. Denmark banned trans fatty acids a few years ago. All foods that contain more than 2% trans fatty acids cannot be sold, and this caused a lot of reaction in the food industry because they like to just sell to all countries, and they had to make special arrangements for Denmark. So it's definitely getting around that this is a bad thing, but a lot of people still don't know much about trans fats or the hydrogenated oils. But margarine is a bad product, and seeing it as a healthy alternative to butter, which is the way it's marketed, is just not true. Then I would say another sure one to avoid would be cow's milk, pasteurized, homogenized, and even low-fat cow's milk, because milk is got a lot of problems with it. It's been connected to most of the major illnesses we know. There's absolutely no proof that it supplies the body with calcium, so we don't have to be afraid we're not going to get enough calcium if we don't take it. But it does increase the likelihood of getting allergies, asthma, diabetes, multiple sclerosis, even cancer. The states in the U.S., the biggest dairy states, have also the highest leukemia rates. And dairy farmers have a higher leukemia rate than other professions.
Really?
So we've seen that cow's milk is bad, whereas most people would think, oh, you know, your children have to have cow's milk.
Better giving our kids a glass of beer than... I'm not joking, of course.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Okay,
I think
so
I would rather give my child a beer than a milk if we're just going to carry it to the extreme there.
What about, I could probably imagine people would think, okay, well, maybe soy milk's a bit alternative to that. Is soy milk something we should be drinking?
No, soy milk is also a problem. The soybean itself contains several anti-nutrients. Those are substances which sabotage our digestion. And soy milk is loaded with phytoestrogens. So this means these are imitations of female hormones. And the purpose of them is to mess up the hormonal balance of the animal eating it. So it's a way of protecting itself. So if a male takes it, the male hormonal excess, which any healthy male would have, is neutralized. And if the female does it, she gets like an excess of hormones, estrogen hormones. So it's bad for both sexes. And
that's marketed as a really healthy
that's right.
drink.
That's right. Well, in Germany, there's a very good, we could call it principle for how we should consume, and that is that never buy any food that is advertised.
Okay.
Because the things that are healthy just aren't advertised. You know, nobody goes out and sells. You don't see on TV ads for organic broccoli or brown rice. You know, all things that are advertised, there's a big marketing machine behind them, and those products are questionable at best. So I always think of that myself. I see the ads for cow's milk giving us strong bones or whatever. You know, it's all just advertising hype. So we try to look to people who are not making money from the sale of something to get the straight information. So definitely cow milk would be another one. Then the nightshade vegetables could be added to these. The nightshades are probably the most unknown group of potential threats to health, and they're even praised to the skies about how healthy they are. The nightshades are a special botanical group of plants. First of all, the best known is, of course, tobacco. But the other closely related plants are potato, tomato, capsicum, eggplant, chili. And nightshades contain glycoalkaloids, which are neurotoxins. And they have a disruptive effect also on our digestive system.